Former President Donald Trump locks in a major victory here today, which will be very big going forward for the big election. But Democrats are trying to turn it around. I'll give you the details here of that. Also, hackers secure a multi-million-dollar ransom. It's very, very unbelievable. I'll give you the details here of that and more in this video. Let's jump right in. Thank you so much for liking these videos. It really helps out our channel. And here we go. Okay, so former President Donald Trump gets a massive victory here today. Take a look at what happened.
A unanimous ruling from the Supreme Court, the justices handing down a historic decision on Colorado's attempt to bar former President Donald Trump from the ballot under the 14th Amendment's insurrection ban. The Supreme Court ruling in Trump's favor, saying that Colorado has no right to keep his name off the state's ballot. That decision coming just one day before Super Tuesday, when voters in Colorado and 14 other states are headed to the polls. Our senior Washington correspondent, Devin Dwyer, joining us now, along with reporter Catherine Falders in Mar-a-Lago and legal contributor Asha Rangappa, who's been following this blockbuster decision for us. Asha, let's start with you and just talk about what precedent did the court make today with this ruling?
Well, this wasn't necessarily surprising in terms of the outcome. What the court said here is that states don't have the power to enforce Section 3 of the 14th Amendment, which disqualifies insurrectionists from holding federal office, that states can't apply that to people running for federal office, that only Congress can do that. And I think what's noteworthy here is that there was unanimity in terms of the outcome, but if you read the opinion, there is disagreement about how the court got there.
So, Devin, let's talk about what this ruling means for tomorrow's primary now in Colorado, and how does it impact similar efforts, say, in Maine, Illinois, to try and block Trump from those ballots?
Well, this decision, Kira, brings to an end this constitutional attack on Donald Trump's candidacy that we saw not only in Colorado, but Illinois, Maine, and a number of other states. This is the end of the road for that approach to taking down Donald Trump. And by the way, it was an approach advanced by conservative legal scholars, backed by Democrats. So this is really putting that to rest today. Effectively, it doesn't change much ahead of tomorrow's Super Tuesday primaries. Donald Trump was already going to be on the ballot in Colorado because they had printed those well in advance while this litigation was pending. But this certainly gives clarity to voters going into the polls in Colorado, in Maine, later in Illinois, that Donald Trump still can rack up those votes. He still can get those delegates because this challenge has now been struck down by a unanimous Supreme Court. And this was a historic decision, Kira, the first time the Supreme Court weighed in on this part of the Constitution and the most direct intervention in one of our presidential elections in more than 20 years.
Obviously, this is really big because Trump is the far away frontrunner for the Republican candidacy. And there was multiple states, not only Colorado, but other states considering this and moving forward with this. So here's the big thing, though. We already have top Democrats in the House of Representatives here, quote, working on a bill responding to the Trump ballot ruling. I don't know if it will go anywhere, but I will keep you up to date here on that. We will see. You can let me know your thoughts here in the comments. I also wanted to update you here on the two different sets of hackers. These hackers are relentless. First, we had the ransomware hackers that were going to expose the court case in the Georgia Fulton County election case with Donald Trump. Apparently, they failed to, well, we think they failed to produce the court files because an update from the hacker site shows that Fulton County has been removed from the hackers' website, and they do not believe that Fulton County has paid the ransom. But it's not necessarily unheard of. So Yeah, you can see, I suspect this is not because Fulton County paid, but because Lockbit was bluffing and had actually lost access to the stolen data as a result of the disruption. So you guys can let me know your thoughts here on that. However, in another case, hackers behind the Change Healthcare ransomware attack just received a $22 million payment. This is why these hackers are such a problem and a concern. The other one, we're not actually sure if they got paid, but people don't think they got paid. The transaction visible on the Bitcoin's blockchain suggests the victim of one of the worst ransomware attacks in years may have paid a very large ransom, because the ransomware attack targeting medical firm Change Healthcare has been one of the most disruptive in years, crippling pharmacies across the U.S., including those in hospitals, and leading to serious snags in the delivery of prescription drugs nationwide for 10 days and counting. Now a dispute with the criminal underground has revealed a new development in that unfolding debacle. One of the partners of the hackers behind the attack points out of those hackers, a group known as Alpha V or Black Cat, received a $22 million transaction that looks very much like a large ransom payment. On March 1st, a Bitcoin address connected to them received 350 Bitcoins in a single transaction, or close to $22 million based on the exchange rates at that time. Then 2 days later, someone described themselves as an affiliate of them. One of the hackers who works with them, works with the group of the to penetrate the victim networks, posted to the criminal underground forum that Alpha V had cheated them out of their share of the ransom. Wow. Apparently, there's not even honor among thieves. Wow. Yeah, so you can can't make this stuff up. But yeah, so this is the problem here, and even, the government is getting hacked, and we have, major health networks with people's personal data, and nobody is safe nowadays. This is, yeah, major concerns here. So, and honestly, we had a lot of concerns about the last election, well, the last two elections, if you actually count the midterm elections and the last presidential elections. And, it's a very big concern here for the next election with Trump and Biden. And then a lot of people have concerns about two presidents that are going to be in their 80s going forward. And then we have, Russia, we have China, we have North Korea, all possibly interfering in our next election. And you got to kind of wonder, how do we even keep this stuff safe? And, with the day and age of the internet, with everything, connected in one way or another, how do you keep everything safe? It's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. So you can let me know your thoughts here in the comments. I will keep you up to date here with everything you guys need to know about here on a daily basis. So if you haven't yet, click the subscribe button down below and the bell icon so you don't miss out on new updates that come out here every day at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thanks for hitting the like button, and share these videos with anybody that needs to hear this information. Click here to see this major announcement that's going to affect millions of Americans. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.